For greater insight into the Turkish government, we are joined now by Dr. Aykan Erdemir, who is a former member of the Turkish parliament, now a senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. And thank you for being with us. Your reaction to the Prime Minister's remarks just moments ago?
I think it's important that the Prime Minister pointed out that all opposition parties and also all independent media sided with the elected government in opposition to the coup d'etat. And this, I think, is an opportunity for Turkish democracy in crisis because when the push came to shove, all opposition parties showed that there can be consensus in Turkey to uphold parliamentary democracy and rule of law.
Did you see this coming at all?
I didn't see this coming. Actually, it was only 3 months ago that I argued that the era of coup d'etats is over in Turkey. Maybe I should have said that the era of successful coup d'etats are over in Turkey. So this was quite unexpected. And of course, Turkey is known for a series of coup d'etats over the course of the last 6 years. But what is unprecedented is, in this case, is that there has never been so much bloodshed. There has never been so much fighting within the military, between the military and the police, between the military and the civilians. So in that respect, this is really a key moment of crisis for the future of Turkish democracy. But I would also like to argue that this is also a great opportunity for President Erdogan. If he can build on the consensus demonstrated by the opposition parties and the independent media, maybe Turkey can build a new common ground for inclusive, participatory democracy. But I doubt that he will take that path. More probably, he will use this as an opportunity to strengthen his one-man rule and consolidate his authority.
Does this suggest to you that President Erdogan is not, as he claims, committed to secularism and democracy?
Now, we know that he came to power arguing that he was reformed, he gave up his Islamist agenda, but then over the years, we see that his Islamist agenda was coming back in. But more importantly, he was an authoritarian leader who was more committed to one-man rule than actually Islamism. Now, I think this coup d'etat attempt, which all parties in the Turkish parliament opposed strongly, will be used as a pretext by President Erdogan to further control and design the judiciary, control the media, to crack down on the opposition, and consolidate his rule toward an executive-style centralized presidency. This, I think, will be a different kind of a disaster for Turkish democracy. The coup d'etat would have been also a disaster, but a one-man authoritarian rule would also bring Turkey to the same result.
Dr. Erdemir, this is Patricia Stark. What do you believe will be the fate of these over 2,800 soldiers and people who now are detained?
I think there will be speedy trials, and most of the officers involved will end up in prison. Some of the lower rank, conscripts might be spared, and we have to remember that Turkey quite recently had a long series of kind of show trials against the military. So ultimately, this will leave the Turkish military weakened with low morale, and this will also affect one of the biggest fighting forces in the NATO. So ultimately, this will also have negative repercussions for NATO, especially at a time when the fight against ISIS is very important.
Dr. Aykan Erdemir, thank you for being with us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.